On today's golf rant, I want to talk to you about Tommy Fleetwood winning the French Open with nightclubs. Is Mark Crossfield sexist? And slow play again. Let's do this. So this week on the European Tour, it was the French Open at the Golf National. That's going to be where the Ryder Cup is contested in Europe next year. Tommy Fleetwood won it, and the biggest surprise was, well, other than the fact that he is a ball striker and a fairway and green machine, is he won using nightclubs that are no longer in production. Now, as where most of the Nike stable have signed massive endorsement deals with TaylorMade and stuff like that, the last two winners that were from the Nike stable, Brooks Koepka and Tommy Fleetwood, don't have any club deals. In fact, Tommy Fleetwood is still using a bag made up mostly of Nike clubs. So he uses the Nike Vapor, I believe, driver and 3-wood, and then he uses Nike VR Pro irons. His wedges are Callaway and his putters an Odyssey putter. But yeah, it was great to see him win. He's having a fantastic season. The only gripe I have, now, I'm all for fashion trends, you know, golf getting into the modern game. I would love to see like golf hoodies and that sort of stuff become available. But to be perfectly honest, I don't really like seeing weird trousers where you can see like that much of your ankle. It kind of just looks like your trousers have had an argument with your socks, to be perfectly honest. It looks a little bit daft. But each their own. I've heard conflicting reports. Some people think they're good. Some people think they're a bit shit. And to be perfectly honest, I sit on the shit spectrum. But that's not taking anything away from Tommy. You know, it was a great win. You know, he's got to be one of the favourites now going into the Open. It would be great to see him win it as well, you know, being an English lad. And from the interviews that I've seen, it looks like he's got a really strong, stable support network around him now. He's got his best mate on the bag. So yeah, good luck for the rest of this season, Tommy. I hope to be mentioning you in many more golf rants to come. Now, that's not a loaded statement. This week on social media, if you know who Mark Crossfield is, go check his stuff out. It is really good. If you don't know who he is, go find him on social media. His Twitter handle's @4golfonline. He put a debate on this week around slow play, which I'm going to touch on a bit later in this video, where he raises the question of what are the biggest detriments to slow play. He put a few things around practice swings and that sort of stuff, and then he brought up women and senior golfers. Now, this caused a massive argument on Twitter between Mark and a golf manufacturer called Lynx Golf. And it's got pretty heated and dividing contrasts, and I think the point's kind of been missed here, of that Mark only created the poll, and he's posted a video on this after the event to state, you know, that he wasn't being sexist, and I don't believe he was. That obviously he posted somewhere asking questions what people thought were causing slow play, and one of the things that he got back was that he that a certain demographic out there that play golf believe it's women that are to blame for slow play. I personally think that's utter bollocks. I love going out and playing golf with the ladies at my home club. You know, they're a great bunch of girls, and to be honest, I can't think of at any point where I've seen a lady golfer at our course trudging around in the long, thick grass trying to find their golf ball. Yeah, they may not hit it as far, but if you look at their fairways in regulations, they're hitting 100% fairways around, probably, you know. Yeah, it may take them an extra shot to get to the green, but they're steady. They're down the middle. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Whoever's been putting these statements on Mark's, whether it be his YouTube channel, his Twitter, his Facebook page, that kind of brought about this whole poll that's just completely exploded into the ether and has caused a massive backlash for him. So at the time of the recording this video, Links Golf have actually got in touch with a local newspaper to where they are, and Mark is now trying to have to get in touch with that newspaper to defend himself. I just think this is utter bollocks. Which will bring me quite nicely on to the next thing. But is Mark Crossfield sexist? No. Is Mark Crossfield using people's information to create a scenario which he can then use to propel himself? Possibly. Should people carry on watching his content? Definitely. So play. The biggest issue that club golf and professional golf seems to have at the moment, and I don't think there's an easy answer. I've posted videos in the past to do with slow play. In fact, one of my very first vlogs was to do with slow play, and I actually blamed or put the onus on the club professional, so the teaching professional, to have a look at the way that they teach, you know, with the pre-shot routines and all that sort of stuff, and blame that as possibly being a bigger factor in slow play than, you know, people just being slow. So I played in a medal at the weekend. Now, I will go on record and say now that it was all four of us. There was me, my friend Alan, and two of the ladies from our golf club that I've already stated in this video. Do not call slow play. I do not think they are slow. In fact, I think the ladies are possibly some of the quickest golfers we've got in our club. But yeah, we played a medal. It took us just under 5 hours to get round, which isn't great, but for a 4-ball playing every shot counts when, you know, at least one of you aren't playing well, it's pretty good. And when I say at least one, I mean me. I played awful. There's no doubt about it. I drove the ball pretty well, but then you stuck an iron in my hand, and I might as well have been trying to hit that golf club with a that golf ball with a snooker cue. No, I just couldn't find the club face. It was just a bad day at the office. You know, kind of not what I needed the week before club championships, but that's neither here nor there. But it did make me think about slow play again, because we were a 4-ball, in which in our 4-ball there was definitely me playing badly. But yet we spent pretty much all day waiting on the free ball in front of us, and groups that are in front of them. And it kind of got me thinking, as people say, the people at my club try and blame certain people, and I can now say, without naming names, that I don't think these guys are necessarily to blame, because the guys that they're on about were playing behind me in the comp. The weather was good. It wasn't like it was raining on and off, so people having to get waterproofs and all that sort of stuff. I don't really know where it gets so slow. Obviously, people are trying to tee off on their tee times. We were a little bit late teeing off because the group in front of us were a little bit late teeing off. So I don't really know where you can get marshals out on the course, marshalling better possibly. But again, that then you've got to employ them people, you've got to pay them people. That'll increase the cost of membership, which then means that you will then struggle to get more members to keep the core going. So I don't know. Slow play it's going to be an inevitability in medals. So I've kind of looked at other ways possibly of getting qualifiers in. So I want to chuck a few of them at you. So what do I think could be done to improve the pace of play at golf clubs at competition level, particularly now that more clubs are adopting 4 balls, 4 medal format? One of the ones I came up with, and it is a bit of a wild one, to be perfectly honest, and I don't think it would have much correlation to the actual way that the comps run, and I don't believe it will take off. I don't think anybody would ever agree with this, is having a maximum shot allocation. So say you're playing a par 4, for handicapping purposes, anything over a triple bogey is cut to a triple bogey anyway. So the Stableford, the actual comp itself gets adjusted. So if you have a 14 on a card, it's taken down to a 7. So I don't really understand why you need to play the extra 7 strokes. It's irrelevant, really. And at the same time, I've been there myself. You could go out one day and shoot 9, play to 9, and then the following weekend you can't break 100. That's just golf at our level, I suppose. The other one, which I think might actually be a bit more useful, and something that I actually believe people would take on board and actually work, is on your monthly medals and possibly even major competitions, is how, up to a certain extent, obviously I understand some of them do need to be medal format for the comp to work, is say anybody above a 14 handicap on a monthly medal plays Stableford, and anybody below 14 plays it as a medal round. So your higher kind of handicappers, the guys that are more prone to taking more shots and potentially play really well in Stableford, but then you put a medal card in their hand and they get nervous and the game goes out the window. This includes myself as well. I'm not just talking about everybody. Putting the Stableford emphasis on it might just make it a little bit easier for guys to to grab hold of. They might enjoy the golf more. You enjoy golf, you have a laugh, you play better, your handicap comes down. When your handicap comes down to that level, you can then go out and play the gross medals. Yeah, I've never really understood why there's a maximum handicap allowance of 28, but yet you go and put that guy in a gross competition and then complain that the golf's slow. If you had X amount of the field playing Stableford and then the better players playing medal, it should balance up and then find a happier medium on the golf course. Like I say, it's just one of them that could work. It's an idea. You know, I can't enforce it. I'm on no club committee or anything like that. You know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that's a good idea, that, you know, up to a certain handicap you play Stableford medals, and then when you get down to a certain level you then start playing, you know, gross medals where every shot counts? So that was today's golf rant. Hope you all enjoyed it. What do you guys think about my theories on combating slow play? Let me know below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all my other social media platforms. And I'll see you again next time.